Welcome back, everyone. This is the science of weight loss. This is our week 1, day 2 video, insights for lasting success. Okay, so this is still week 1, our nutrition topic. And in week 1, we've talked about our big concepts in nutrition. We talked about macronutrients, and today I want to take a deep dive into weight loss. So what can we expect from today? Well, I want to talk a little bit more about the science of weight loss. I'm going to break down why our body fights so hard. We're also going to talk about strategies to help overcome this and sustainable long-term success. Okay, so like I broke down before, to lose weight, our body needs to be in a negative caloric balance. It needs to be energy in, needs to be less than energy out. I like to use the analogy, all we have to do to become a millionaire is to save more than we spend. Easy. But in actuality, just because we have that formula, save more than you spend, doesn't mean everyone's going to become a millionaire and doesn't mean everyone can just easily lose weight. So why is that? Well, our body has millions of years of evolutionary mechanisms built inside of it. This is called the settling point. What the settling point is that our body wants to stay at a pretty consistent weight. It doesn't want to fluctuate too much or too much below that set point. That's why the average person only gains about 2 pounds per year. Over 25 years, this can be up to 50 pounds. We actually gain most of our weight from the end of November until the beginning of January. The rest of the year, we actually maintain a pretty standard weight. So to lose weight, we have to override some of our body's built-in hard wiring. And trust me, in the short term, this is completely safe. We want to find that desirable weight and then maintain that point. Okay, so how does the body do this? Well, it does this in 2 ways. When we eat fewer calories than we burn, our body will naturally decrease our metabolism and decrease our NEAT, our non-exercise activity thermogenesis. First off, how does our body decrease its metabolism? Let's use some hypothetical numbers here. Let's say your body settles in on about 2,000 calories burned, but someone's trying to lose weight and they go to 1,500 calories per day. If this happens, our bodies are going to react and say, hey, something is going on here. And instead of staying at that 2,000 calorie point, our body's going to adapt and actually drop down to that 1,800 to 1,900 calorie range. It does this by putting less energy towards non-essential tasks like reproduction. This is called the total constrained energy expenditure model. Our bodies will also decrease our NEAT. Our NEAT is everything we do outside of sleeping, exercise, and eating. So when we are in a calorie deficit, our body will subconsciously decrease our drive to move. We will stop fidgeting, we will stop toe tapping, we will subconsciously stop taking the stairs, and we won't change positions frequently in a chair. This is all done to preserve energy. Let me give you a perfect example. So you are spending the holidays with your family and friends and you're really enjoying yourself on lots of food and lots of drink. You're feeling super full and someone suggests, hey, do you want to go for a walk? And everybody's like, yes, oh God, yes, please. The walk itself would be considered exercise, but I'm giving you an example of these built-in hard drive mechanisms to get us moving again. The opposite is true as well. Let's imagine a day where we are completely exhausted. We just finished about 3,000 steps. At the end of that day, our body will subconsciously just plop us on the couch and say, you're not doing anything else, you're ordering in tonight. This is a really cool mechanism that our body has, but it's not cool if you're trying to lose weight. Okay, and how do we overcome this? Sleep, exercise, and nutrition. I'm going to talk about sleep and exercise a little bit later on. Today, we're going to focus on just the nutritional aspects. These are our highly processed, hypercaloric foods, processed foods, chips, donuts, that kind of stuff. These foods will provide us with energy, but they're not going to tell the body we're full. Another way of overcoming this is by making sure we're hitting our protein targets. Protein is very satiating and has a built-in mechanism in us to tell our brain, okay, we're good. Lastly, we want to eat more of those clean foods. Now I know the term clean is very arbitrary, so let's think of satiating, high volume whole foods. This can be whole grains, fruits, vegetables, sweet potatoes, and even drinking more water. We're looking for foods that have high volume, high nutritional value, but don't have too many calories. An example of this would be like a 500 calorie bowl of kale. If you try to eat that 500 calorie bowl of kale, I guarantee you, you're probably not gonna finish it. And if you do, you're gonna not wanna eat anything. You don't wanna eat any more kale after that. But if I give you 500 calories of Oreos, you could probably consume that in 10 seconds and be hungrier after. So that kale is gonna send those natural signals to the brain, We are full, we don't need to eat any more food. And lastly, we want to talk about sustainable long-term strategies. Weight loss is not designed to be forever. Those that diet forever, diet never. When I lose weight, I do it for a period of 8 to 12 weeks max. We call it a cut. That is it. The goal is to not diet forever, and we don't also want to fluctuate up and down on our weight. We want to find that desired weight and then live our lives there. We all know people that don't focus on their weight, and they're some of the happiest people, and those that are constantly focusing on their weight can sometimes just be burdened with that the rest of their life. We want to use the body's built-in mechanisms that I was talking about earlier to find that desired weight and stay there. This way we can build a much more positive relationship with food, and we can set a great example for our kids.